We need to talk about Deion Sanders because Coach Prime is in his third year at Jackson State and is an 11-game winner for back-to-back seasons and is on the verge of repeating as SWAC champions in their last SWAC championship before the Deion Sanders era, 2007. Now, under usual circumstances, a coach that won back-to-back conference championships at an HBCU and somehow managed to convince the consensus number one recruit in the country, Travis Hunter, to play for him would be a hot name for every single group of five job opening. But this is Deion Sanders that we're talking about. His name has been linked to every opening in the country, even some jobs that are not even open, like at his alma mater, Florida State. Even Charles Barkley said that he wants Deion at Auburn. And at the Nebraska game last week against Wisconsin, fans were spotted with signs that said, "Bring Deion to us." And Arizona State President Michael Crow said on a radio interview that the name that people feed him the most about their job opening is Deion Sanders. And this week, a report from 24/7 Sports, Carl Reed, came out that said that Deion is at the top of the list for two schools, University of Colorado and South Florida. Now, before this season, Deion was actually in the mix for jobs at Colorado State and at TCU. Now, he would be great at any school. Like, let's just say that. But there is only one school that nobody seems to be talking about that's a perfect fit for Coach Prime's personality, coaching style, personal value system, plus is comfortable with his past as co-founder of the ill-fated Prime Prep Academy and his business relationship with the often controversial Barstool Sports. Now, Deion Sanders' next employer should be none other than his current employer, Jackson State. He should stay put and stay right there. Because Deion Sanders, think about this. He got ESPN's College Game Day to come to Jackson, Mississippi and help the show pull in its best Week 9 viewership in 13 years. Deion did that. And now he also convinced 22 NFL teams to fly their representatives to Jackson State for an all-Mississippi scouting combine and called out the 10 NFL teams that didn't make the trip. He also helped James Houston IV become the first Jackson State player to be drafted by an NFL team since 2008. Now, he also helped Jackson State navigate an ongoing clean water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi that helped keep the team from being able to stay on its own campus while calling attention to the issue nationwide and pressuring the state's governor into actually doing something. And at Jackson State, Deion Sanders has had the privilege of coaching his son, Shedeur Sanders, who has thrown for over 6,000 yards and 60 touchdowns. And most importantly, to my point, when rival Alabama State head coach Eddie Robinson Jr. called out Sanders saying he ain't SWAC, Deion responded by saying, "If I ain't SWAC, who's SWAC?" And the best way for Deion Sanders to prove that he's SWAC is to stick around the SWAC and not make a jump to a middling FBS school that we can all agree would only be a brief pit stop until he proves to people in the SEC or ACC, Pac-12, Big Ten, or whoever that he's ready for the big leagues. Now, why jump from stepping stone job to stepping stone's job when Jackson State provides you with the perfect platform to be who you are and what you do? Because just like Deion got 22 NFL teams to fly to Jackson, if his ultimate goal is to be at Auburn or Florida State or even succeed his Aflac co-star Nick Saban at Alabama, I believe then he should make them come to him. But I'm hoping that he stays at Jackson State. The job is not done. And he's gotten people to believe in HBCUs. The attendance is up. The viewership is up. They're putting them on. I'm excited. I love what Deion's doing. Let that sink in.